so easy.
Alright you guys, this is JR, the one and only with LightzOut Radio. I'm here with April Carr. She's Miss Black Greenville 2012. She's actually a good friend of mine, but I'm gonna let her tell you guys a few things about herself. So, some things about you.
Okay, well, as you know, I am Miss Black Greenville, and I actually got the title through an application process, so it really wasn't a pageant. Everybody's been asking me when the pageant was, but no, it was an application process. And a little bit about myself, my personal life. My life is based around work and being a mom and school, so I'm busy 24/7, and then I do like to model and act on the side, so when I have free time I do like to get that in, and sometimes chill with my friends, but I'm all about business right now.
Okay, so you said it was an application process. Have you been in any other pageants?
Yeah, I actually do hold a title right now for Miss Raleigh, Miss Teen Raleigh. So the Miss Black Greenville, that state pageant is going to be held in November, and right after that in December I'm going to be in Orlando for a week for the Miss Teen Raleigh. So I was like, wow, what did I get myself into? But I can handle it. It's okay.
So how do you balance being a mom? Like, when I think of you, I think like April Carr is superwoman. Like, April Carr does everything. So how do you balance being a mom and doing pageants and working?
Okay, well, I get that question a lot, and I get the superwoman thing a lot too. But in real life, it is very challenging. It's hard. I'm not going to say, you know, it is easy, because it's not. So I'm not advocating for teen pregnancy and teen moms, but I am an example. So I'm going to live through my experience and help people who haven't gone there yet to not take that route. But how do I balance it? Well, I'm still learning, because I'm still growing. I'm still young. So I do have like a little trial and error thing going on right now, but I do try to schedule everything, put everything down on the calendar. I pray constantly, and I have a good support system. So with all that combined, that's how I handle it and how I juggle everything.
Is it just your platform, period, or?
Well, it's just my platform that I'm using for Miss Black Greenville, because for the other pageants I haven't had to have a platform. Well, my platform is Teen Pregnancy Prevention, Awareness, and Care. And of course you want to educate the younger girls and guys, you know, about teen pregnancy and how it can happen and how to prevent it. And so that's the prevention part. And awareness, you want to make everyone, parents, sisters, aunts, the family period, aware that it's very, very common, which most people do know. And care is for the people who have already, you know, or who are already experiencing teen pregnancy. So what made me come up with that, when I saw that I had to have a platform for the pageant, I was like, oh my God, because it's the first pageant I've ever had to have a platform. So I did want to do something that was true to me, and this is actually going to be my first time opening up with something so personal, because a lot of people know that I am a teen mom, but they don't know the insides of me being a teen mom. They just know the outside, the part where I'm achieving everything and I'm involved in everything, but I really want to get a little bit more personal and actually put my story out there to help others. So that's kind of what made me choose teen pregnancy as my platform.
Oh, interesting. So what are like some of the main ways to prevent teen pregnancy that you've come across?
Well, okay, there's always, you know, the basic, use condoms, or, you know, don't have sex at all. And I mean, that's really basically how you prevent teen pregnancy, but you have to know your limits. If that's something that if that's an area that you're weak in, sexual activity, then you have to know what you have to do to protect yourself from getting somebody pregnant, or from getting pregnant yourself, or from, you know, transmitting sexually transmitted diseases or everything. So I mean, it's all about educating yourself.
So what's it like being a parent? What's parenting life like?
It's fun. It has its ups and down moments, but all in all, like, I could not trade it in for the world. And it sounds so cliche, and when I hear women say it, I'm like, before I had my daughter, it was just like, okay, everybody says that. But when you actually experience motherhood, or it could be fatherhood, there's no going back. It's like, sometimes I was like, well, what can my life be like if I hadn't had a child? You know, because you do go there sometimes and you think about it, but then you think about your life without your child, and you're like, that's impossible. No, she can't go anywhere, because I've grown so attached to her, and she has the biggest personality ever. and she reminds me so much of myself already. She is just on a roll already, so I'm loving parenthood. When she came out and I held her, it was just like, it was an out-of-body experience, because like now I can't even really remember it. It's kind of blurry. It took some getting used to, and then that was the moment where it was like, okay, you really have to live your life, not only for yourself now, but for your child. And everything you do, just remember that your daughter is going to be following behind you. So you have to be an example not only for everybody, your peers that you were trying to motivate, but for your daughter now. So it's that much more important to me to be a good example and to be a good role model.
What was your initial reaction when you found out that you were pregnant and you got that news?
Well, my senior year in itself was rocky, but I had a lot of great things going on. So I had a scholarship to go to Johnson & Wales University, and it was $32,000. So basically a full ride, and that's a private college. And I had so much planned. I was so ready to get out of Farmville. It was crazy. So my plan was to go to Charlotte and to keep my modeling and my acting career going, and to take as many classes as I could, get my own apartment, get a job, and just be Miss Independent, be April, you know what I mean, like I wanted to. And it was actually, I think, a couple days before Christmas when I found out. And I had went to the doctor, and I kind of already had a thought that it could be. So I went to the doctor, you know, already kind of knowing, but for a regular checkup. So everything went well, and then they got up to the point, and they came in the room, and they were like, well, were you expecting? And I was like, no ma'am. And she was like, well, you're gonna be a mom. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm not a person to really show my initial reaction, be like, oh my God, really? I'm not the type of person, so I was just like, oh, okay. On the inside there, I was like, what is I'm gonna do?
You have a modeling and acting career. Tell us a little about that.
Okay, well, I started, I was a tomboy. All my friends could vouch for that. All of my friends could vouch for that. Even my closest friends were like, April, oh my God, when I first started getting into fashion. But I think my turning point was when I got into high school, which is a turning point for a lot of girls. But my freshman year, I was still tomboy. I had a little side ponytail going on in the Timbs and the flight jackets and everything. Nobody. I started to do my hair, I started to cut my hair, I started to experience what makeup was all about and fashion and everything. And I went to modeling school. I think I started as a freshman, and that kind of, you know, I can credit that for changing me a little bit too. And when I really had a chance to get into it, that's when I found out that I was expecting. So I'm just now actually really getting into it like I want to. And I've been on, I actually did it with a couple friends. I went on a movie set, and it's coming out this summer, I think, A Cinderella Story. And a couple of my friends went with me on it, and Lucy Hale, she's a famous actor or actress. She was on the movie or whatever, so it was a very good experience, and it's really letting me know that that's kind of where I want to be. If I'm not the model, I do want to have my own agency and, you know, put other models and actors out there and actresses. So
awesome. That'd be like something great to do in this area.
Yes, that's actually what I'm thinking.
Go somewhere else.
I gotta get back to my community. I gotta put them on the spot, because I do like go around, and even when I'm in stores, this is how I know it's my passion. I'll see girls, and they might not look the best at that moment, but I see past that, and I see what they can be and what they can look like. And it's girls that are like 5'7" and up. I'm like, girl, you know, I wish I was your height so that I could, you know, be a high fashion model and everything. So that's really my goal, ultimately, to have my own agency. Thank you. I hope I didn't talk you to death.
Do it. Stay motivated.
Thank you. People like you, you know, little stuff like this, it keeps me motivated. My friends, so I'll be motivated for a while.
So on the Miss Black Greenville page, there's actually a Facebook page. You updated your status saying, in the past couple of days, I've realized that my platform can be a little intimidating to others. What sparked that? Yeah, what sparked that?
Well, okay, to make it not so personal, what happened in Vague was, ever since I've chosen my platform, I've had different experiences where some people are for it, or some people might be helping me out with my title as Miss Black Greenville, and then they're like, well, what's your platform? And I'll say it, and I might not hear from them again. Or I might get, oh, okay, one of those type responses. So all in all, I try to take it in stride and be like, okay, well, I can use this, you know, as motivation to keep doing what I am going to do, because not a lot of people want to touch on that issue, and it's so common. You know what I mean? It's very, very common. Almost everybody that you know might know someone who had a child out of wedlock as a teen. My aim in whatever title I have, I want to use that title as leverage, because once you get a title, you get recognition and you kind of get a little bit more power. And with that power, you don't want to just sit around and be like, oh, I miss Black Greenville. You know what I mean? You want to actually work in that title, because you have the power to. Not everybody, somebody that might not have that same power or might not have your title might be dying to share their story, but they don't have, you know, that power to do so. So, I mean, why not speak for yourself and for them, you know? So,
how can your fans keep in contact with Miss Black Greenville today?
Okay. Well, I do have an email address, and it's missblackgreenville2012@yahoo.com, and I do have the Facebook page for Miss Black Greenville, so you can message me through there, or you can just message me through my original April Carr page.